What's going on, guys? King Trats here, back another video on the channel, and today we are back with another episode of The Best. I've been going back to the favorite places that I've reviewed of 2022, and I remember this video was titled The Best Sicilian Pizza I've Ever Had, and it really was. I went to a place called Rose's Pizza located in Garfield, New Jersey, and I've eaten at this place a million times, but for some reason never tried the Sicilian pizza. And finally, after a tweet saying that you had to try it, I did, and I was floored by it. So I got another one today. Also got my favorite sandwich from this place. This is what I always ate. I never really got the pizza, to be honest, but I was floored by the pizza, so I had to get it again. This pizza is called a Rose's Special, and it usually comes with a whole bunch of stuff, including anchovies, onions, black olives, which I didn't get on it. But it also has, I'm just gonna show you. It's loaded. Watch this big this pizza is. It looks just as good as I remember it. Pepperoni, peppers, sausage, meatball, mushrooms, extra cheese. Well done, bake. This is the one. I'm gonna get the negativity part out of the way. I ordered this pizza and it took over an hour to get here. And I don't live that far, so it might be kind of cold, and I'm not putting a giant pizza into an oven just to reheat it. So if it doesn't look up to par, that might be why. It still smells delicious, and I don't know why I'm telling y'all this, because I probably shouldn't, because people are like, oh, like eating something good. I just want to say it for somebody who says, bro, why didn't you heat it up? I don't want to. I want to eat it. Like, I'm fine eating pizza that's not piping hot. I'm perfectly okay, but I just wanted to give you full disclosure, because we never lie on the channel. I just wanted to say it beforehand, and I'm going to show y'all this sandwich after I get in here in this pizza. But look at this. Look at this pizza. Oh, it's saucy, too. It's saucy. They just be knowing. Yep, it's still good. I don't care. That's perfect. Look at this. Look at this crust. Undercarriage. See that little bit of it? Oh, this thing is so good. It ain't even cold. It's not even cold. We're fine. If I could describe to you a Sicilian pizza that I'd want to eat every time, it would be this pizza. The amount of toppings they give you. Perfect amount of cheese. The crust is absolutely always on point. The undercarriage is always on point. It's what I need in a pizza. If you're the kind of crazy person that wants olives and anchovies on your pizza, I don't blame you. But I'm not that guy. If I want a Sicilian pizza, this is the one that I get. This pizza is older than me. The pizza place. Not me. Not the pizza. But the place. It's been there, I believe, since the 80s. I'm almost 90% sure. The first time I went there was when I was a kid. And I never got a Sicilian pizza. Not once. And I've eaten at this place in my life probably about 100 times. Give or take. And I always got that sandwich that's chilling right here. That monstrosity. You have to try this. If you live in my area, just go get it. Take me with you in the car, listen to me on the way, give you like a pregame warm-up, like the 90s Chicago Bulls. I know it looks crazy, but it's perfect. I would not change a thing about this pizza. Like, people ask me what's a 10. For me, this is a 10. Look at the amount of sauce. And they have the sauce is good here. They don't skimp on the toppings. I don't ask for extra anything. This is just how it comes. And if you can look real close, we got good camera here so y'all can look. Y'all notice that is a double slice of pepperoni? Like, they're not playing with you. The crust is light, but it's got a well done bake on the outside, so it's still got that crisp to it. So much sauce. Oh, I love a saucy pizza. Wipe off my mouth though. Had about 100 comments yesterday about cheese being on my face. Listen, man. Eating on camera is not the same, okay? I understand you can hear every chew, every bite, all this other stuff. That's because there's a microphone that's $250 on top of that camera. So sometimes when you're eating, when you're talking, you don't really notice because I'm not trying to look at myself the entire time, even though I glance to make sure the camera's on. It's tough sometimes. So there's gonna be mistakes. I don't edit. I leave it on purpose because I want there to be stuff like that. Like, I'm a real person. That's why we do these things. Did y'all see my pizza just squirt? I don't know if y'all saw that. Y'all ain't gonna catch that though. Y'all ain't gonna catch that. This is one of my favorite sandwiches ever. I've been eating it probably since I was 5 or 6 years old. No, I'm not exaggerating. This is what it is. This is a number 10, a cold sub Parmesan. I've eaten it about 4 times on this channel, and I don't know if anything's ever gonna pass it as far as sandwiches that I just love to eat. The amount of food that you get for a $10 sandwich, this sandwich costs $10.50, by the way. The amount of sandwich that you get for this monster, look at this. Here, hang out. It's what you need in life. Will you freaking, I can't even, yo, they wrap this thing up. You just send this off to space. Yeah. There we go. Cold sub Parmesan. Ham, salami, gabagool, aka Capicola, which I never can really, because I've always called it gabagool. I didn't even know it was called Capicola until I was like freaking 20. Melted mozzarella. In the middle. Picked up this bat. This thing is so massive. I love this sandwich. You have no idea. Like, this thing right here, the cold cuts are perfect. The melt is perfect. The amount of meat that you get in there is perfect. Those are banana peppers. Yes, I eat banana peppers. I don't like pickled cucumbers, specifically. That's what it is. We gonna clarify all that today. But not gonna ruin my sandwich for me. Look at the oil and vinegar. Look at the drip. It's very important. The key to a good sandwich is the ingredients. It will always be the ingredients. Their cold cuts are just, I don't know where the hell they've been getting these from for all these years. But it hits every time. The cold cuts are perfect. Perfect amount. Perfect melty mozzarella thing in the middle. Perfect amount of oil and vinegar. The spice and the acid from the banana peppers. With a perfect bread. That's what you want on the outside. Okay? Inside you want fluffy, you want light, you want airy. Not doughy, light. It's got to be able to hold this sandwich. This thing is hitting diffy right now. Oh my goodness. It's just, I love this sandwich. I've been eating this sandwich forever. I swear, I can count on one hand the amount of times I've gone there. Out of 100, that I didn't get number 10. And when I was younger, I used to get one of these and eat half. Sandwich used to be like $8.50. Now it's $10. But again, I've eaten half of this, and this is the other half, just so you have a little context. That's the amount of food that you get for that sandwich. You don't have to do anything crazy. You just need good ingredients. You got to do it right. You got to make sure you melt the cheese perfect. God, it's so good. That is just, that's just diffy, man. Oh. I gotta go back in. Perfect. All these years, some people around me, because where I live, like I said now, a lot of people are, let's just call it passion. We love our pizza and our pizzeries and different stuff. Everyone has their order. You got to get it from this place. You got to do it like this. We all have it. Every person I know. And a couple people are like, it's not as good as it used to be. I said your order always sucked then. Some of y'all are watching, bro. Yeah, I said it. Get my order. You tell me this ain't good? We ain't friends no more. I'm telling you. You don't need nothing on it. You just need this. That's as good as it gets. And I'm only one of like 3 people that I know that believes in the number 10. It has to be the 10. Okay? Not the 8, not the 7, not the 10. Look at me. Get a number 10. You want lettuce? Get your lettuce. They got lettuce, tomato, onion. You want it? Get it. I don't need it. Okay? Just give me the meat. Pause. You want a pizza? You can get this regular Sicilian, just as good. But I like the special because they put extra everything on it. There's a $20 pizza. I've never once said that pizza's too expensive. They give you like $50 worth of ingredients. I am just, man. But every place around here is good at certain things that you go to specifically. People swear by the sandwiches here, they always have. People swear by their Sicilian. There's a couple other places around here too for Sicilian, but for me, this one is the best. Corner piece, middle peeler. Look at that, man. Look, come on, bro. What are you gonna... This is a second slice of pizza. Look how big this pizza is. And it's heavy too. I'm not even joking. This pizza is the heaviest pizza I've ever ordered. This pizza could easily feed 4 or 5 people. 2, 3 slices of this, you're done. You're done. Ugh. And anybody who lives where I live, y'all can come fight with me in the comments. Because I know we be fighting about this stuff. We fight in real life. That meatball, bro. This is the best Sicilian. Look at me. Stop with the... This is what it is. Now, there are other places that do other stuff that's the best around too. Like this right here, I think I just ate an olive. I gotta taste it. Let's talk about that for a second too. I don't like olives, but I don't hate them. And some people are still really confused about this pickle thing. So, just to clear the air, we'll talk about it real quick. No problem. I'll eat one more slice of pizza, or another half, probably half of that sandwich. Somebody's gonna be real happy in a minute when I get this pizza. Anyway, it is not the brine of the pickles that I don't necessarily like. And to me, they do have a very different taste or distinct smell, and that includes the sweet ones and all that other stuff. I can smell it from a mile away, and it's specifically pickled like cucumbers. Like when you make corned beef or pastrami, you pickle it. I know that. It's not the vinegar. It's just like olives have a very distinct taste. If that disgusts you, you will taste it right away. You will smell it right away. That brine, when you pickle and you have an olive, that has a very distinct taste. And some people really, really like it. Some people really, really hate it. And some people, me, with an olive, I don't like them. Like, I would never be like, oh yes, olives. But I can tolerate them sometimes. But for some reason, pickled cucumber, that certain smell, it's not even the dill. Like, I've been trying to figure it out for, a long time now. I don't know. But even the smell, I start getting nauseous. Some people said I had to be allergic to them. But I was nauseous before I put it in my mouth. Like, the smell alone just makes me nauseous. So, I hope that kind of cleared it up. Because if I had an answer for you, I'd give it to you. And again, some people were saying things like, yo, like, why are you being such a B word, or you're soft, or... I don't think that makes me soft. One, I knew my reaction before I ever would have put it on film. And two, I released it. That means that I'm not really, like, worried about people saying that I'm being, like, you know, extra or stuff. Because I could have just not put it out there. But I willingly ate something that I knew was going to more than likely make me throw up. Most people are not even going to attempt to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't really think that's true. I know some people just like to kind of say stuff like that because it is what it is, but not meatball. I don't agree with that sentiment, you know? I think it takes a very secure person to put something out there for the entire world to see it. Like, regularly. But, as I've said before, and I know some people, I'm not saying this because I'm hurt by it. I just like to, like, put public notice out, like, for your information. It's not like people saying stuff like that, I actually like, oh my god, they think I'm soft, like, F y'all, nah. It's just, I put it out there. Because to me, I don't have anything to hide. So, I'm always been the type of person that's going to answer questions and clear the air. If there's, like, misunderstandings or stuff like that, that's just being an adult. You know, some people have that attitude. No, another comment I saw a lot on those too. Side note. People saying, grow up. That's weird. I only got one tomato, by the way. Oh, look. Because there's a lot of things I am, but grown, definitely. So, if you think being grown is like trying to act like stuff on the outside is okay, I don't necessarily think so. One of the things that I've learned as I've become an adult is to not bottle up how I feel. Is to not hide behind a mask like a lot of people do. There's some people in the world that act like things don't bother them when they do, or act like things are okay when they're not. Now, you can have a united front, and you can continue to move forward, because that's part of being an adult too. But to me, you've got to understand that you don't have to act tough all the time. It's not necessary. I'm not saying that you have to act soft either. I'm not saying you have to walk around crying, because I'm definitely not a person who walks around crying. What I'm saying is, you've got to at least understand your own brain. Some people don't learn how to process stuff, and it ends up being their undoing, because they're too busy trying to live a lie sometimes. If something bothers me, I'm not going to get emotional about it, but I will approach it. If I can approach the situation by somebody and be like, yo, like, that wasn't cool, I'm not really feeling that, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a part of it, so you can, like, at least understand what that did to you. So if you have a person in your life that you got an issue with, the first thing I would try to do is come to them, not necessarily man to man, because it's not just dudes, but like person to person, be like, bro, I wasn't really cool with that. Now there can be a resolution. And sometimes people instead, they won't say anything. They'll just let it stew. They'll let it sit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm talking about. That kind of stuff leads to like mental issues and stuff, bro. Like, I'm not even being funny. So, learn Learn how to process your stuff so you can come to resolutions over stuff. Like, instead of bottling it all up inside all the time. You've got to learn how to work through things instead of either not doing anything about it or just, I don't ever stop. The grind never stops. The hustle never stops. But I make sure at the end of the day that if something is on my mind, I don't just like hold it in. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very open book. There's only certain things that I keep private, but I don't not know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like just ignoring it. I don't think everybody needs to know everything about everybody. But as far as how I'm feeling, as far as like if I have an issue, or as far as if other people have an issue, I'll approach it like an adult. Instead of, bottling it up. And when you do approach somebody, and you're like, yo, I don't think this was cool, whatever, however you approach it, calmly. And that person turns around and says something to you like, well, it's not a big deal, or you're being dramatic, or things like that. Now we got a resolution, because I can cut that person off. The biggest thing I have in my life is if I can't work something out with you, you're not the right person to be in my life. That's when it becomes toxic. Because the worst thing you can do when someone comes to you with an issue is downplay the issue. Because if that person went out of their way to talk to you about it, it's clearly a problem to them. It's clearly something they wanted a resolution to. So if you don't even like approach it, you see it in couples a lot sometimes where like, the woman or the man be like, I'm not comfortable with this. And the other person will be like, oh, you're being dramatic. Or like, oh, you're insecure. Or oh, whatever. Like, that's not being insecure. That's being an adult. You didn't say don't do this. You said, I don't like this. I have an issue with this. Can we the worst that you can do is ignore that. So I've always said this, and I believe it. If you are dating somebody, and now I'm going to specific, and you have an issue and you don't say anything, I think you're insecure. Now, I think this whole thing is so good. You still approach the problem respectfully. You don't approach it with emotion. You approach it like an adult. You know how you said this, or you said that, like, I'm not cool with that. If the other person is meant to be or cares about you, they will at least hear you out and try to come to a resolution. Instead of insulting you because it made them feel bad. You get what I'm saying? I always joked about the whole girls trip thing. I joked about it on Twitch. I've joked about it on YouTube, doing it unfiltered, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just using that one as an example because it's a thing. So if somebody I was dating said they want to go on a trip to Vegas, especially Miami, something like that, and I was like, listen, I'm not really cool with that. And they turned around without saying a word and was like, you're just insecure. Honestly, go and don't talk to me anymore. That's the issue. I didn't say don't go. I just said, I'm not okay with it. And if you said, okay, well, to me, if you care, if somebody came to me like that and said that, I'd be like, oh man, I would sit down, like, yo, like, so what can we do about this? That's the first thing I would say. Because I care. I think my partner is more important than any trip I would ever go on in my life. That's just me. So I would at least sit down. What can we do about this? Like, are you okay with me not going at all? Is there a reason? Like, can we talk about this? But if you just be like, oh, you're insecure. Well, a real man or a real woman wouldn't. Like, that's not cool to me. Because to me, I was secure enough to tell you. Some people, they won't say nothing. They would just sit there and stew and cry about it and all kinds of... Could never be me. So, I take that approach with friends and even with y'all. Like, when I say things, and it's not coming from like it hurt my feelings. It comes from if some people want to say that I'm being a certain way. I'm not mad about that. I'm just like, yo, this is where I was coming from. Let me explain why. Because if there's enough of a comment, people actually think it. It's not because it bothers me. It's because I feel like that's what an adult would do. If you felt like I was being extra, bro, there's a lot of years of me throwing up and not liking pickles for me to be like that. I'm not afraid of it. I know I'm going to throw up. Imagine putting something in your mouth where when you bite it, you're like, oh, that's tough, bro. So that's why it came that way. Because I knew, I'm like, man, why am I even doing this? This is crazy. I remember I told my family, a couple of my friends, that I had to do this, and they're like, there's no way you're even gonna like do it. No way. Because every time it was around, no joke, even as a kid, we go to the diner in high school, blah, blah, blah. Like, somebody would sit down next to me and then we get like the burger and fries at the diner. And they always put that pickle spear in here. And I wouldn't like complain, but I'd be sitting there and I would like, you could see my like visible, like, I'm like, and they're like, yo, you good? I'm like, bro, I'm not even being funny. Like, that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, even Superman got kryptonite, bro. You hear me? So, that's why I just say, get this sandwich and get this pizza. Like, just a golden combo. I wish that I could sit here and eat this whole thing and talk to y'all, but I'm gonna give it away. Sucks. That's, the discipline sucks sometimes. I'll give it away. Send out a couple messages. I know some of my people around. Yo, you want pizza? I got pizza. Drop it off. And we move. And for the rest of my day, I'm eating boring ass chicken with vegetables and egg whites. Imagine being me. Imagine turning this down. That's like having one of the finest women in the world and she's like talking like, hey, I like to go out and hang out, whatever it is. And I'm like, nah, I can't. That's why real ones don't cheat. Because they understand. I'm going to bite this one now. No, I'm not. See what I'm saying? No, don't do it. I'm out. Yo, listen. W video, get this pizza, get that sandwich. I'm telling you, Roses and Garfield, it's always been my place. And no, they don't even know who the hell I am. I'm not, this I don't get paid for this. This is what I do. I love y'all. I'll be back tomorrow. Hand signs. They made it to YouTube.